maintain these different husbandry behaviors. Now, it's not all super serious. While husbandry behaviors are the most important things that we work on and we do around here to take care of our dolphins in the most effective way possible, we do want to have fun as well. We want to take care of not only their physical exercise and their physical bodies, we want to make sure that mentally our dolphins are being challenged as well. Now, we do have either training new projects, working on new things, or in the case that you see Foster doing now, just having a bit of fun. Some sessions are purely about playtime. Now, we can train different behaviors. Some of the behaviors that we do train are not all for husbandry purposes. So those behaviors you saw Foster do where he jumped up and landed on his back, or did that tail walk across the water, they're for fun, they're for exercise. Every behavior that we train does have a purpose. And some might seem a little bit silly, but some behaviors we're training just to keep the mind stimulated and give them something else, a new project to work on. So one behavior that Foster is learning, is a brand new behavior. He's been having a little bit of trouble with this, but he's working with April, so they're going to come on out here, and he is learning what's called a send applause. And what we call that just because he comes out, he's going to wave his pectoral fins back and forth. Now this is a behavior that Foster already knows, but he's having a little bit of trouble with it, in the sense that he's having to turn around and he's wondering what he's doing when he comes out here. So April is working with him to try and increase his confidence by doing behaviors out here at the center area. So some of these behaviors, they're doing in different locations. And I mean, turning around, spatial recognition can be a challenge for some of our dolphins. So Foster's been having a little bit of difficulty with this. So April's kind of been taking it back to kindergarten, so to speak. Taking the behavior that he already knows, but has gotten confused with along the way, and backing it up a couple steps. So every time we do different behaviors, start training new behavior, we start very small. So we look here, April, blow her whistle. All that means to Foster is, yes, you got it, this is awesome, that's what I'm looking for. So she gives him that signal that asks him to wave his pectoral fins back and forth, and you hear her blow that whistle and he gets it right. Now if it's not quite what she's looking for, you just won't hear her blow the whistle. She'll stand there for a second, kind of let him reset, and try again. So we're also doing a couple different behaviors in between here as well to help keep him mentally engaged and kind of challenge him a little bit. Because most of our dolphins do know a particular behavior, we want to make sure that they remember it. Some of our dolphins do know over 100 different hand signals and corresponding behaviors. So this is a couple different ways that we can interact with him. So confidence doing that
Okay, அங்க பாரு விளையாடுது பாரு.
You can see that April is using different types of positive reinforcement. He's one that really enjoys toys, especially those pool noodles. So that's a very awesome toy for Foster. Now when we're interacting with them, I mentioned we do want to make sure that we are building a very strong relationship with each one of our dolphins. One of the things that we can do is work on these different new behaviors. Foster has been having a little bit of difficulty with this, but each dolphin learns at their own rate and excels in different areas, just like humans. So this is something that Foster has been having some problems with, and it does seem like a pretty simple behavior. But Foster is pretty good at another type of behavior that we like to call innovate, where we ask our dolphins to be creative and to come up with their own behaviors. So Foster has a little bit of a different way of thinking, and he's really, really good at being creative, having a little bit of trouble with this one. Now the interesting thing about those pectoral fins as well, you're watching him wave those, they have a great range of motion. That's actually what our dolphins use to steer back and forth when they're swimming. So all of those different fins that dolphins have do serve very important purposes. The dorsal fin along their back provides stabilization. You can kind of think of it as the keel of a boat. The tail flukes on the back, that's what provides their power. So where we're getting that blood sample from, that's where they get all of the propulsion from to jump out of the water, to move along the surface. And those pectoral fins are what allow them to steer. And they do have bones in there. If you actually look at their bones and take an x-ray of their pectoral fins, they have bones in there that are actually very similar to how ours are. They're just structured differently to fit inside of a fin shape. But otherwise they have the same amount and type of bones in those pectoral fins. Now at this point I'm going to step off the mic. Our trainers are going to continue on with their session, do a little bit of practice, interact with our dolphins. Definitely check out how each one of our trainers is interacting with dolphins and adjusting what they're doing to each individual to a dolphin with Foster being